To the victor go the spoils, and on this day in Afghanistan, the Taliban discovered a gym built and used by Americans. Their form may be off, and in most exercise facilities, RPGs are prohibited. But at least these religious extremists are testing out the gym instead of blowing it up. And for now, the group does seem to be promoting Taliban 2.0. Quote, Taliban promise women's rights, security under Islamic rule. A spokesman for the Taliban emerged from the shadows in his first ever public appearance. He promised the Taliban would honor women's rights within the norms of Islamic law. The Taliban have encouraged women to return to work in Afghanistan and have allowed girls to return to school, handing out Islamic headscarves at the door. The spokesman for the Taliban added this.
We have pardoned anyone, all those who had fought against us. We don't want a repeat of war. We want to do away with the factors of conflict. So the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan does not have any conflict with anybody. We want the fighting to end.
So, is this Taliban propaganda or a legitimate and hopeful change? Hello everybody, I'm David Shuster and thanks for joining us. By all accounts, the Taliban are now seeking to portray themselves to the world as more moderate than when they imposed a strict form of Islamic rule on Afghanistan in the 1990s. Older generations of Afghans remember those days when the Taliban largely confined women to their homes, banned television and music, and held public executions. U.S.-led military operations drove the Taliban from power months after 9/11, which al-Qaeda orchestrated from Afghanistan while being sheltered by the Taliban. It's a bit hard to know what to make of this new Taliban publicity blitz. Clearly, they are trying to reassure world powers and soothe an anxious population. Many Afghans remain skeptical, as evidenced by the continued chaos at the airport in Kabul, where thousands of people are still trying to flee the country. Even on the issue of women's rights, the language from the Taliban has been in cliches. And the fact is, the treatment of women varies widely across the Muslim world, and sometimes within the same country, with rural areas tending to be far more conservative. Some Muslim countries, including neighboring Pakistan, have had female prime ministers, while ultra-conservative Saudi Arabia only recently allowed women to drive. However, the lines of communication are open. The Pentagon says U.S. commanders are working with the Taliban as evacuation efforts continue. U.S. officials underscore that the Taliban have taken no hostile actions at the airport. Furthermore, Kabul, the capital, has remained calm as Taliban forces patrol the streets. Residents of Kabul say armed men have been going door to door seeking out individuals who worked with the ousted government, but it was unclear if the gunmen were Taliban or criminals posing as militants. The Taliban spokesman blames the security in Kabul on the former government, saying the Taliban entered the city to restore law and order and after the police melted away. In any case, whether the Taliban are to be believed or trusted, at the moment, the images are soothing. And for now, even an exercise gym is a source of amusement for the rest of the world. Afghanistan is relatively calm, and that's good news.